Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the Bravado Dorado Cruiser. And I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. This is week 2 of the Bottom Dollar Bounties season of Will It Off-Road. And we're joined by quite a few people today. I'm sure you saw them as we spun around, and you're going to see them all in the various corners of the screen in just a moment as well. Up in the top left, we have Commander Hobo. In the top right, we have British Brandon, aka Raven. In the bottom left, if you didn't tell by the occasional frame drops, is Sparing Donkey. And then my view with the timer is in the bottom right. Why that layout? I don't know, because that's just what I chose. This is my like 4th time recording this voiceover, so if I sound a little annoyed, I apologize. But it's the day after the 4th of July, so July 5th, because that's how calendars work. But all of my neighbors have been shooting off fireworks for the past 2 weeks solid, starting at like the millisecond the sun goes down. And I thought, okay, July 4th's over, they're gonna stop. No, but I've waited until pretty late in the evening, so hopefully they have decency to not shoot fireworks this late at night. We'll see. We shall see. Hey, you know what? You can hear about me gripe about that and all kinds of other things if you join. What a way to plug your Discord. If you join the Vainglorious Discord, you can hear some dude on the internet complain about its neighbors. But no, we also have a bunch of gamers that are pretty chill. All good platforms, all different types of games. Come hang out with us. We would love to have you. And if you are a part of the Discord, you could join in the recording of Will It Off-Road, community videos, and community live streams. Just be on the platform and play in the game that, whoa, Raven's trying to do a Mount Donkey there. Yeah, I'm just not going to finish that. But yeah, you can come hang out with us on the Discord. But if you can't make it, if, you know, for whatever reason, maybe you're feeling a little anti-Discord right now, that's cool, that's chill. You can still feel like you were there by watching the behind-the-scenes video that is ad-free. It's a slightly longer version of the same video, except it has our Discord conversation and some outtakes and things like that. And it is only available to channel supporters. Link down in the description below if you want to read more about that. So you would think that this thing, just by looking at it, that the Dorado would be better off-road than it is. But the sad reality is it's just not very good off-road. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not, I don't know, it's just not good either. This one's a little bit slower, surprisingly, than the regular Dorado, and I'll talk about my theory on that in just a moment once we get up and then talk about some stats. That is, if I remember, because that's more than like a minute from now, so who knows if I'll remember. But we are up to the top of Mount Chiliad, 2 minutes, 45 seconds. So, will it off-road? Ding. That means yes in Klingon. You go ding when you're trying to say yes. I don't know. I'm not a Trekkie, and I don't speak Klingon. So, that 245, don't honk at me. That 245 is good. 4 out of 434 vehicles that we have tested. It is 106th. There we go, back on our wheels. It is 0.8 of a second slower than the Comet S2 and 0.05 seconds faster than a bone stock Astro. I think it's the regular Astro. I could be wrong with that. Maybe it's the other newer Astro. Ooh, things are getting squirrely. Let me see if I can get some more stats in before our next accident. In terms of the 11 emergency vehicles we have tested, it is third. 5.86, okay, Brandon talks, take 2. 5.8 seconds slower than the unmarked cruiser and 2.01 seconds faster than the Stanier LE cruiser. And in Bottom Dollar Bounties, it's second out of the 4 we've tested so far, 23.07 seconds slower than the Niobe and 1.6 seconds faster by Donkey. Oh, and Raven. Is everybody off the mountain? No, Hobo's still up here with me. 1.6 seconds faster than the next vehicle we're going to look at today. This version of the Dorado is 6.27 seconds slower than the civilian version. That was one heck of a scream. That was great. I was looking down at my note card and just started to scream from the footage of the video. That was great. So let me talk about my theory of why this didn't do as well. One is it sits ever so slightly higher. And I pull in this information from ruffiesgtacars.net. But the height of the vehicle is a little bit higher, so that would probably put its center of mass a little bit higher, thus its tendency to want to roll over. But it also has just a wee bit more engine power, and I think that anyways, there we go. Wow, Hobos is looking way worse than mine. Wow, everybody, so is Ravens, jeez. But I think that tiny bit of extra engine power is causing the tires to just kind of lose grip and make it a little bit more difficult to control, and then mix in the fact that it's a bouncy boy just like the civilian version, and you wind up with a slower time. Sometimes off-road you don't need the power, especially when the vehicle does not have the grip to do anything with that extra power, and I think that's the case with the Dorado. But we are down 2 minutes 38 seconds. We'll take a look at everybody's jumps. And Donkey, oh, going to the cinematic camera. Well done. Does he land it? Oh, he does. In cinematic camera, no less. But we're back to the top of the mountain. Someone is being shot at. Don't ask. I don't know. It was behind me, so who knows. Donkey once again going bonk into the guardrail. But we fling the vehicles off the side of the mountain to see what type of damage they take. And, you know, just to have a fun little melee down the mountain. And, you know, 2 of those Dorados are already looking pretty bad. By the time we get to the end, they're going to be looking even worse. And today's video made me realize that instead of just doing a still shot of the support vehicles after we look at the damage on my vehicle, I really need to do that as video, because sometimes it just doesn't do it justice. Sadly, I didn't have a long enough clip of me getting the support vehicles, so I couldn't do it this video, but I think that's what we're going to start doing from now on. I think it would just be far more effective to communicate it. Hey, look, we're rolling again. Because, like I said, it's just... Thanks, Hobo. It's just got... I think it was Hobo. It just has that bit of extra height that just makes it just a little bit more unstable, coupled with that bouncy suspension. And wow, that tree took some of my health. Oh well. Yep, rolling again. There's Rocket rolling in his Mesa, but that's just kind of what a Mesa does. But if you had somebody call Merryweather on you, you don't really have to worry, because they're going to be rolling over in their Merryweather Jeeps nonstop, so it's not even really a threat. But we're down in the bumpy, muddy bits, finishing up our run. We can kind of call that a thread the needle, though it was really, really unsteady. Sadly, not over the wood pile, but I did kind of get a nice bounce off the tree. We're down 1 minute 46 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage on the Dorado Cruiser. All of the lights are gone, as well as there's that word I'm looking for. Most of the emergency lights, all the windows are gone, most of the doors. The hood and tailgate won't close. It does have bent wheels and pretty severe body damage, though not as bad as what we're about to see on the support vehicles. Yeah, that's a lot of smoke pouring out of those engines. But that's going to bring us to our next vehicle. Ah, isn't it lovely? The Invetero Coquette D1. Beautiful, beautiful car. I was excited to see it. Wasn't expecting yet another Coquette. I mean, we have, what, 5 now? Yeah, we have 5 because my garage is full. And you're like, wait, what garage only holds 5? No, friend, you don't understand. With the Coquettes, because you could make them both hardtop and topless, I have one of each of all 5. Yeah. I can't help it. It's a thing I have to do, okay? And we're just going to accept it because they're beautiful. Another thing that's beautiful is if you head down to the description down below, well, an Offroad Bingo is available for you, where you click on it, generate a new card, and then tap or click on the things that happen in the video. And if you manage to get Bingo, you'll be like our 5th ever winner, 6th ever winner. So sadly, Raven's footage got lost under a couch cushion. and he was not able to upload it because he could not find it. I have no idea what really happened to it. All I know is he went into Discord, and when I was asking him where the footage was so I could, you know, edit this video together, and he, after many expletives, declared that it was lost, and that was that. Didn't really explain anything more. So yeah, I don't know why, but we have top left is Hobo, top right is Sparing Donkey, and of course me in a slightly fuller screen. Of course, there will be a full screen version of this video available. It's an unlisted video that's down in the description below, so if you don't want to see the other views and you only want to see my view, you can do that, but you'll get this exact same voiceover. By the way, also down kind of below the description and also popping up now and then in the video itself, there's Will It Off-Road merch. We have some cool designs. Not as cool as this car, though. I absolutely love this thing. It didn't feel very fast going up the mountain, but then when I stopped and compared it to like some of the other Coquettes, it did all right. What I was really surprised by, and in hindsight I shouldn't have been because it kind of goes along the lines of what I was just talking about, it's way faster up the mountain than the Blackfin was. And I think that comes down to, again, the Blackfin having more power than it does grip. Not that it's a grippy car, don't get me wrong, but this has lower power and therefore less risk of exceeding the grip, even though we've seen the back end want to try to come around a couple different times. It's far more controllable off-road than the Blackfin, and of course they sound identical. Some people say they look identical, and I say to you, sir or madam, shut your mouth, you don't know what you're talking about. They are two very different cars. And I'm not going to get into my Corvette nerd stuff on that because we're up 2 minutes 46 seconds. So Will It Off-Road? Yes, best off-roader ever. No, actually not really, but this era of IRL Corvettes was essentially built on a truck chassis, so you know it stands to reason. And I know Corvette nerds are going to be like, no, it wasn't a truck chassis. Essentially, I said essentially. It borrowed a lot of parts from the truck bin. Yeah. Speaking of spin outs, that's not the bode, doesn't bode well for the beginning. For stats, out of 431 vehicles, it is 120th. So 14 places lower than the Dorado was. It is 0.02 seconds slower than the Amorgon. Oh, that exhaust. Of course, I stopped talking and it doesn't do it again. And it is 0.3 of a second faster than the Dinka Double T. In terms of sports classics, it is half a second slower than the Retinue, the original Retinue, not the Mark II. And it is 0.32 seconds faster than a Stromberg. So it has that going for it. Wow. Oh, hello. That was a nice little landing on top of the police car, followed by the lovely exhaust sound. And then in terms of Bottom Dollar Bounties, this is third out of fourth. As we mentioned earlier, it's a 1.6 seconds slower than the Dorado Cruiser. It is 2.05 seconds faster than the Euros X32. I think that's what it's called. Z32 X Wing Fighter. It's something. I don't know. All I do know is that this car is just, I love it, you know, and I have to say, you know, clearly we're wildly inappropriate place to take such a vehicle, as is the case for the majority of vehicles that we tested Will It Off-Road. You know, it's just taking wildly inappropriate cars up a mountain. Oh, spun out. But it did all right, you know, anything under 3 minutes is a solid run. And then to, you know, knock another almost 15 seconds off of that is even more impressive. You know, it was never going to be up there in the top 10, top 20. Though, not that far off. I mean, 30 seconds, and it's a long run, so 30 seconds in the grand scheme of things isn't a huge deal. Actually, it is still a pretty big deal. Inadvertently tried to drift around that corner, didn't really pull it off. Don't know what Donkey's doing. I think he's just decided to, you know, say screw it, my car's already trashed, why not? But we are down 2 minutes 30 seconds. Hobo doing a beautiful jump. Can he land it? kind of, a little bit nose heavy. Donkey coming in hot over the, whoa, bounced off the trailer. I haven't seen that move before. Well done, Donkey Man. We are back at the top for our damage descent. Man, this has gone by quick. Is it real? Wow, it's been 15 minutes already. I feel like I just started this narrating this video just a second ago. That's gone by super fast. I hope it's gone by fast for you too. I hope you're enjoying Will It Off-Road. It's my longest running series. When I started doing it just on a whim, on one night with a friend, it's like, hey, I think this might make a good video. I never expected it to last but like 4 or 5 videos, but you know, while the interest does ebb and flow, it's been definitely flowing a bit more as of late. So, you know what? I enjoy doing it. It's usually a lot of fun to record as well. Everybody seems to have a good time when we record these. So, you know, I'll keep doing it, if anything, just to have the community involvement, because it's a good old time. Sometimes an airplane. I think it was Rocky. I want to say he's in the Dakota. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Dakota. We'll see at the very end as a quote-unquote support vehicle. This was actually the first vehicle that we recorded during the day, and he joined a little bit late, so he just grabbed a plane to get out here, and then, yeah, but then it wound up being the last one of the 2, or of the 4 that we recorded in a single day. You saw the other 2 last week. Next week, you will see the Pipistrello, which means bat in Italian. There's some random trivia for you. Along with the, I don't even know where I was going. Along with probably the Paragon S, I believe is what we're going to pair along with that. So the Brits and the Italians, it'll be lovely. Do I get over the woodpile? Oh gosh, no. Whoa, went over me. That was great. That was beautiful. We are down. Just gonna shove Donkey out of the way so I can get to my new spot. 144. Let's take a look at the damage on the Coquette D1. All of the windows are gone and most of the lights. The trunk and right door won't close, has bent wheels, and very minor body damage. Come on, Rockstar. Damage models. These are GTA 6 cars. You can do better. But there are support vehicles. Hobo's kind of went boom. I forget why, but he shoved it over here using that Landstalker over there. He shoved it over here with that. But that's going to do it for this week's Will It Off-Road. Hope to see you again next week, and I want to thank you very much for watching today. There are 10 trillion things you could watch on YouTube, and you chose this video, and I sincerely appreciate it. Until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to use your up and atomizer and stay vainglorious.